everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry about a little bit of a break, but I'm back now to share more recipes. So for today's recipe, I'm going to be making zucchini garlic appetizer. So like the usual, let's start with the ingredients. So of course, for this recipe, you're going to need some zucchinis, and these are just green little zucchinis, and you preferably want to use the smaller ones. You're also going to need some tomatoes and some dill and some fresh garlic. So this is peeled garlic. You're also going to need for this recipe some mayonnaise and some kind of spice. I like to use this vegetable and herb spice. This one is really good, and this one is actually salt-free, but you can buy the one with salt. But I'm going to use also just some regular pink salt today for this recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these zucchinis and we're just going to cut them rounds. So of course you cut off the two end pieces and you're just going to slice them rounds like this. And that's approximately the thickness you want. Now that you have sliced your zucchinis, we're just going to go to the stove top, put some olive oil, and we're going to just pan fry these just to get them a little bit softened and golden. So let's go do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pan fry these. So let's just warm up our frying pan. We're going to add some kind of oil, either olive oil or avocado oil, pretty much any oil you like. And we're just going to pan fry them on both sides until they're golden and a little bit softened down. So maybe 3 to 5 minutes per side. And then we're going to take them off and place them on a plate with a paper towel so excess oil can get onto the paper towel so we have less fat. If you wanted to, you could also grill these instead of pan frying them, so then there is no oil, so they're even more healthy. So let's add some olive oil. Okay, so once the pan is hot enough, we're just going to lower it down a little bit to a medium-high heat, and then we're going to start placing these on the pan fry. And I'm actually just going to use a net to cover them, just so less oil sprays around. And at this time, let's also add some salt and some spice. And you're going to do that on both sides. So once you flip them over, you will do the same to the other side. So now we're just going to flip them over, put the spices, and let them cook on the other side. I'm going to lower the heat even more, and I'm just going to turn them one more time, maybe a couple more times, just so they cook more thoroughly, and then they'll be ready. Now I'm just going to take a fork, and I'm going to put my fork through a few of them, just to see if it goes in very smoothly. That means that they're actually ready and they're actually really soft. So we're all done. I'm just going to take them off onto the paper towel. So the zucchinis are pan fried. What we want to do now is just cover it like this with paper towel just to release some of the extra oil. After that, you just spread them around. And you just want to let them cool down while you make the toppings to go on top of them. So let's just put them to the side. So let's continue. Let's take a little bowl and we're going to take some mayo. Place it into that bowl. Also take about 3 cloves of garlic, and you can put them through garlic press or grate them into your mayo. Now just mix this together and also put it to the side. So the last 2 things we would like to do is just chop our dill pretty finely. And we want to take 1 to 2 tomatoes. We're going to cut them in half. Of course, remove the stem. Now we're going to cut them like this and slice pretty thinly, just like that. So that's all the ingredients you need to prepare for this recipe. So let me just show you how to put it together, and I'll first put it on the serving plate. Now we want to place some of this mayo mixture on top of your zucchinis. So just take your teaspoon and you just spread some just like that. Make sure they are cooled down enough just so your mayo doesn't completely melt and run off your zucchinis. What we will do now is place the tomatoes on top of each zucchini. The last step in dressing up these zucchinis is you just want to take some freshly chopped dill and you're going to put some on each zucchini slice you have. Also, I should mention that if you don't find that mayo is salty enough, you can always add a little bit more salt on the tomatoes. So it really depends how much salt you like on your food. And then just some freshly chopped dough. Here is the final product. So these are zucchini garlic appetizer. Let's see up close. So these are zucchinis pan fried with the garlic mayo on top, dressed up with a slice of a tomato and some freshly chopped dill. I should also mention, if you don't like dill, you can use something like parsley. It's really up to you. As well as the spice I use for vegetable, you can use any different kind of spice. You can just use like dry onion spice, for example. But really try and make it the same way. They taste really great. They're a really great appetizer to serve at a party. And to mention also, I don't really like to store any kind of leftovers in my fridge. I don't find them very tasty the next day, but this appetizer actually tastes really good cold from the fridge. Even the next day, it even has a bit of a different taste. You can try eating it when it's still warm and next day from the fridge. So I hope you make these. I hope you enjoy them. And thank you so much for watching like always. And we'll see you in my next recipe. Thank you. Bye.